set up and ready to go. So I can bring that out there. Unmute her. Everybody in the office is screaming and yelling.
Yes.
And, well, let's see if we can get this going here. Without further ado, here she is, Miss Kynse Lee, the wonderful and magical Kynse from Florida. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Tony. How are you today?
Fantastic. You hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Awesome, yeah.
Perfect. And first off, I'd like to thank you. Thank you for the beautiful, beautiful roses. Mwah.
It's Valentine's Day, so I can't let you go without roses.
Right.
No, thank you for coming in. I mean, that's awesome of you to take the time. I know you're very busy and got a lot of stuff going on, but we got some worthwhile things to talk about. So
Absolutely.
It's a good idea to take the time, especially today, being National Organ Donor Recognition, Donor Day, all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
It's the perfect time to kind of sit with you and talk about your story in general, but specifically about your experience as a transplant recipient and sort of how that affected your life and how the process goes and all that sort of stuff. So how are things generally with you right now?
I am doing amazing. I have never felt better. I felt better than I have in probably the last 10 years of my life.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. And I know, I mean, it's been a busy 10 years. You've got the brokerage in Florida.
Yep.
How did that, what's your background as far as real estate with Remax and opening the brokerage? When did that all get started and all that? And it's a big, long story, but but the highlights.
Yeah, well, I can break it down pretty quickly. So I started as an assistant for a Remax realtor in the year 2001. I then became licensed as an agent in 2003, still at Remax. So I really started with Remax in 2001, but then I got my real estate license in 2003. I ended up leaving Remax for about a year and a half, 2 years, but then I realized the value in the brand. So I came back to my original Remax office with my original Remax brokers. And then 4 years ago, I decided to open Remax Dream. So I bought an existing franchise in historic downtown Fort Myers, and we opened in May of 2014. And it's been going absolutely wonderfully ever since.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I know that's a dream of a lot of people to kind of get their own brokerage, get started, and sort of run their own business. What's the, again, I mean, it's a big question, I guess, but what's sort of the vision behind Dream? Like, why your own brokerage? Like, why, as opposed to just working through somebody else's brokerage? Like, what's the motivation to get something like that? It's a pretty big undertaking for anybody.
It is. My motivation was I wanted a place to go to work every single day where I was happy, where agents weren't in direct competition with each other, where the vibe and the attitude was positive and upbeat, where you're surrounded by a group of people that help each other out, and you have every possible tool you need to enter the real estate business and be successful. If our agents need a certain tool, we find a way to get that for them. All of our agents receive a contact management system, online leads, walk-in traffic, up calls. I'm a non-competing broker, so I don't take any of the leads that come in the front door. Everything is handed out to our agents. So and I have no family members that work in my office either. So it's not like I'm hand-picking the leads that are going to certain people. Everyone has the equal opportunity. And you know, it's really about, I can look over right now and I have Tara sitting at the front desk, and Tara's our agent that's on floor today. And we've already had 3 walk-ins today. So our floor opportunity is definitely worthwhile. I have a team of 2 agents that just joined my company from a different brokerage less than 6 months ago, and they've already closed 7 Remax Dream generated leads. So we really we stand 100% behind our agents. We support their goals. Whatever their goals are, we're there for them to reach their highest potential.
Absolutely. I mean, I think we're just trying to take care of a lot of the day-to-day complaints that people have when they're at their brokerages. Like a lot of places, and a few Remax places included, just feel like going to work. You know, like they just feel like there's an ominous kind of, you don't necessarily enjoy Mondays.
Right.
Which is a crappy place to work, to be honest.
It is. It is. I freaking love Mondays. I absolutely love them. I get really pumped up on Saturday and Sunday, and you'll find me in the office on the weekends, and you'll find me, you know, bouncing around town doing either real estate related activities or activities to promote organ donation. And I don't think that I take a day off. I took a few days off when I was in the hospital after my transplants, but I was on the phone and on my laptop as I was being, you know, taken in for my surgeries, and I was back on the phone 2 to 3 days after. And when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
No, exactly. I mean, I think that was I just came back from Connect in New York and had the opportunity to see Simon Sinek there. One of his big takeaways is basically if you spend an exorbitant number of hours working on something that you hate, that's called stress. But if you spend the same number of hours working on something that you love, then it's called passion. It's just not like work anymore. It's just like something that you really want to do, the place you want to be, the things that you want to do, and you have that room. At least for me, this is what real estate means to me, is like just have that room to be creative and kind of really show off who you are, kind of thing, to an audience of people, and those people that resonate with you will connect with you, and you can work with them, and those that don't.
Absolutely.
And then the more work that you put into it, the more you get out of it. I'm just going to flip through it. I think I sent you the pictures from the slideshow we had going on here. So just to show that, you are about fun. I think that's pretty evident. Anybody that follows the Dream Instagram feed or yours or on the Twitter feed, it's pretty self-evident that you're involved and you just like to make it fun. I've got the photo there from just after the Florida hurricanes.
Yeah.
Some help.
Yeah, the photo that went viral. It was shared well over 1 million times. It was on People. It was on so many social media platforms. And it was just silly. It was a silly photo that I did, but I got to use that as a platform to raise awareness for organ donation, which is my passion.
Absolutely. And just looking through them, I think the common theme that I see anyways is that there's always a lot of joy involved in what you do. There's always smiling faces, and I'm sure there's hard times like everybody has.
Yes.
But from what you're looking at here, I mean, even in the tough times, you manage to muster up a smile and to kind of find a little bit of humor and joy in what you're doing. I know the pictures we've got here, you've got just had Alexa from Connecticut down.
Yes.
Just to visit, and there's a photo in here with Sue, Pinky.
Yeah, Pinky's an agent in our office also.
Yeah. A few pictures of you and your son, Lincoln.
Yeah.
And he seems to be like I do. Like I got my kids pretty much everywhere, as far as my Instagram and Facebook feeds are concerned. I know they're a big, huge part of my life. So to not include them would seem weird to me. And he seems to be a pretty front and center part of what you're doing there. So does he sort of see all this with you going through the transplant stuff? We'll get back to sort of the whole story. But I'm just kind of wondering, like, how do you explain to him sort of what's happening, and how does he sort of manage that or cope with that as far as he goes?
Lincoln was 8 years old when I received my transplants, and he just turned 9 on December 16th. Lincoln is absolutely amazing. From day one of my kidney failure, he has stood by my side. He's gone with me to doctor's appointments. He's gone with me to speak to my doctors and my surgeons through the way. Every time I've been hospitalized, he, through his father's phone, he'll FaceTime me. We FaceTime 3, 4, 5 times a day. if I'm in the hospital. He comes to visit me in the hospital, and he knows the entire process behind organ donation. So even though he's 8 years old, before he goes to bed at night, he prays for life. He prays for he prays for the families of organ donors. He prays. For being 9 years old, this is a huge experience for him to go through, and I can say that he handled it amazing, absolutely amazing. He went with me. He's met my organ donor's family. He knows about my organ donor. He knows that someone had to pass away in order for mommy to live. And I think that is going to be huge in just his direction with life, because he is so kind and so giving and so happy. I could not ask to have a better child. So it's just heartwarming to hear him speak and to see how honest he is about everything that he's been through with me.
Of course, and
yeah.
I mean, you deserve a lot of credit for that too. As far as I know, a lot of people may tend to like sort of protect them from all that sort of stuff. They kind of shield them or keep it sort of a secret as to what's going on. But just the fact that you have him involved and explain to him how the process works and what's going on, I'm sure has just changed him irrevocably the rest of his life, and for the better, to sort of make him a better person going forward, because he understands that the humongous act of just charity and kindness that it takes to be an organ donor is just incredible.
Absolutely.
The fact that you're willing to give that much of yourself even after life to help other people is just a really profound statement of who you are and what you think of other people in the world, or at least from my perspective.
Absolutely.
So how did it all transpire for you from, you're a double organ transplant recipient.
Yes.
You were through that while we were at R4 last year, getting recovered and all that sort of thing. Walk us through it, I guess, the best you can, from when you sort of found out that you needed to get the transplant started.
Absolutely.
Up until sort of waiting and hoping that it was going to happen to actually get the surgery. Like, what was that whole process like for you?
So I was diagnosed with stage 5 kidney failure on Halloween of, it would have been 2016. I was hospitalized and then sent home after about 5 days. I met with a kidney doctor who said I was either going to need a transplant or to start dialysis. So I was originally diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when I was 10 years old. So I lived the last 27 years of my life with type 1 diabetes. And type 1 diabetes causes kidney failure. It caused high blood pressure. My son was born prematurely. Type 1 diabetes can lead to a lot of issues: blindness, kidney failure. So once I was told you either have to start dialysis or you need to have a transplant, and I started Googling dialysis, I said to myself, holy shit, this is huge. When I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, they always tell you, keep your blood sugar in check and you'll do really well. So my blood sugar was in check. I did great handling my diabetes. And it just, from one day to feeling great, slowly declining in how I felt, to, October 31st, when I ended up in the hospital, and they still told me, oh, you're doing okay, you're doing okay. There was no way I wanted to go through dialysis, and I didn't want to die. So I made a lot of changes in my life. I, completely quit drinking. I changed my entire diet to everything that could possibly be filtered through your kidneys and make your kidney failure worse. I did the exact opposite. For about a year, I really lived on certain fruits and vegetables, no dairy, no red meat, fish. So I really did everything I could possibly do to avoid starting dialysis. And then I started the process to get on the transplant list at Tampa General Hospital. So my nephrologist, my kidney doctor, referred me to Tampa General Hospital to get on the transplant list for both a kidney and a pancreas. So your kidney filters your blood. Your kidneys filter everything that you put into your body through your bladder straight out to where you pee. So everything that's going through your blood stream is filtered by your kidneys. And then your pancreas is what creates insulin and digestive enzymes. So if your pancreas is not working, you're a type 1 diabetic or a type 2 diabetic, depending on if your pancreas creates a little bit of insulin or zero insulin. So zero insulin, you're a type 1 diabetic. Nothing you can do to change being a type 1 diabetic. And a lot of people with type 2 diabetes can adjust their lifestyle via food, exercise, and medications that can also assist in helping their pancreas create more insulin. So I got on the transplant list for a kidney and a pancreas, which took almost 5 months to get on the transplant list. So
just to get on the list.
Yeah, just to get on the list. So not only am I going through kidney failure, which makes you extremely tired, you don't want to eat food, one of the main goals is to continue going pee. So every day you wake up and your kidneys aren't filtering and you're urinating less, it's like, oh shit, how much longer do I have before I have to start dialysis and before my body becomes completely toxic, because what you're putting into your body is not being put out. So I was on a handful of medications, going back and forth to Tampa General Hospital to complete all of the testing that needed to be done. They had to make sure that I was healthy enough to receive a transplant. So just because you're sick and you're in need of an organ, at the same time you're so sick, you also have to be healthy enough to receive those organs or that organ. So I had to have a heart catheter done, which put me in the hospital for 5 days. I had to have lots of blood tests, lots of workups, EKGs, ultrasounds, pretty much from head to toe, to make sure that when a match of organs became available, that my body was ready to, on short notice, go directly to the hospital and receive those organs.
So that's the other issue with organ transplant, is I would say the time window is really short. And actually we're going to discuss that a little bit later as well. But generally speaking, once these organs become available, it's a matter usually of hours before they need to be re-implanted in the recipient.
Correct.
Otherwise, they're just not usable anymore. So there's a really tough job of coordinating, you always being ready and available, and the doctors and staff, and just getting everything coordinated to work out properly.
Absolutely.
For anybody who's listening, either on my feed here or on any of Kynse's feeds there, if you have questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below. There is a bit of a lag on the transmission, so when I do see them, if I do see them, we'll try and answer them. And if you have comments for Kynse, go right ahead. So we'll have a look at there. So if I do look down, I see the top of my head a lot, and I apologize. I'm just looking to see if anybody's got questions.
Yeah, and I have like 4 different feeds going on in here, so I might pop up in a second and click on mine so that I can see what's going on, and then I can get back to questions also.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody has them. We'll make some time at the end too in case anybody has some, but
cool.
Please feel free to put them below, and we'll answer them as we can. So basically, you're going through all of this, and you're also trying to run a brokerage, and you're also trying to be a mom, and you're also trying to just, live, which is always good.
Right.
It's just a lot going on there. So you finally get the call. You go in, you have a successful transplant surgery. Essentially, you have to go through a fairly long recovery period. How does, since then, now that you have the transplant and you've recovered, you said you're feeling really great.
I am feeling great.
We're obviously very happy for you.
Thank you.
How does it change your life since then? Is there again, I'm presuming that a lot of the dietary stuff you were doing before, you probably continued.
Yeah, but
as far as some medication and all that sort of stuff, how does that factor into your life now?
My life is amazing. As far as after the transplant, I was in surgery for 7 hours. I received a kidney and a pancreas. I got up out of my hospital bed and I walked the next day. It wasn't the most graceful walk in my walker, but there are pictures of it on both my Facebook page and my YouTube pages. But I got up and walked. I spent 13 days in the hospital. Rode out Hurricane Irma at Tampa General Hospital. And then when I came home, our town was severely impacted by the hurricane. But I was already from my hospital bed organizing events to help feed people that had no electricity. It's amazing what you can do from your bed and from your laptop and with the power of social media. So I...
that would I imagine, compared to say like 10 years ago, we'd be not completely isolated, but pretty much so compared to what we do now. As far as just being able to, like you said, run the brokerage on the one side, organize events, just stay in touch with the world pretty much.
Absolutely. And I have wonderful, I have the best agents in the world. They are amazing. And then
I would argue with you, but I'll let you have that one for today.
Right. I'll take that one for the day. And my office staff is amazing. Without Nick and Tracy, none of this would have been possible and I would have gone out of business. Hands down. And I also have a broker down the street, Joe Castleberry, that was available to all of my agents to answer any of their questions. Nick handled everything from, the phones, the questions, all of the technology, making sure that the mail at my house was picked up. Tracy did all of our day-to-day operations. She's amazing. My best girlfriend, Heather, is a signer on all of my bank accounts. So Tracy and Heather would meet up to make sure, the bills are paid, the agents are paid, everything is taken care of. My neighbor Justin watched my dog. My son's father, kept Lincoln for close to 2.5 weeks and just stopped by for visits. So everything worked out perfectly. I'm very, 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 very blessed.
Yeah, and I think that it ties into actually a few things that we've been talking about lately with a few other people. We've got a gentleman, Rob Pond, who's coming to the AREA conference here, and I interviewed him last week.
Cool.
And a couple of things that we discussed with him actually, mainly his big takeaway in real estate specifically, because he's married to Sunny Lake, Sunny. Yeah. She's very well known and she's been around. And he commented last week that the people in the real estate industry coming from, he came from corporate life and a bunch of other things, just seem to be like the nicest people in the world. So I think I can't disagree. I find it. You get all kinds of people. I think we have over 500 agents at our brokerage, so you get all kinds of people. But in general, I've noticed, especially being part of the Remax network. I presume it's similar at other brokerages, but I only have experience at Remax.
Right.
But I know from the support network, the charitable activities, the Children's Miracle Network, and
right.
other things, it's just incredible links that the people that I know that don't live anywhere near me. So I know agents basically across the United States and Europe, and I know you and Sue and a whole bunch of other people. Just that support network is ridiculous. And I haven't seen it anywhere else. I haven't seen it in any place else that I've worked or any other industry, although I have close friends from other places that I've worked. And just that willingness, I think, to give back to the community, like yourself, like organizing events around organ donation and helping people out after the hurricane. In the real estate industry, for whatever reason, that whole community-minded spirit, maybe because we work so closely with the people in the community, like we're invited into their homes.
Right.
I think that desire to give back to the community is pretty strong amongst the realtor community that I can see.
Right.
And it blows my mind every time I hear different stories. I know you guys are recovering from transplant surgery and still working towards helping people who got affected by the hurricane. That's an incredible story in and of itself, right? Aside from the fact that you went through this double organ transplant and everything else that you're having to deal with, right? I mean, that was where that viral photo came from.
It is. And, I just love people. And I love seeing people happy, and I love seeing people succeed. There is no better feeling than seeing the people you surround yourself with happy.
Absolutely. I think I see that sentiment a lot, especially in real estate, especially amongst the best brokers. The best brokers, they're not managers, they're like leaders. And again, that goes back to something Simon said in last week. Big difference between being a manager and being a leader. I think from what you're telling me, from what I've heard about you, from what I know about you, you seem to be more of the leader type. Like you really are invested in your people. And I think being that kind of person, it comes back, right? It means, and Simon again, quote him again. It just seems like all these things happen in the universe that all come together. So I went to Inman, I listened to Simon, I interviewed Rob last week, and everything kind of seems to kind of come together at some point. But his thing was like, you never really lose doing something nice for somebody else.
Never.
At some point in the future, that person will be there for you in some way.
Absolutely.
So I know being invested in the brokerage, I'm sure once you got yourself into a position where you needed some help, people were just more than willing to help because that's the kind of person you are. So they wanted to reach out and give back to you. So they deserve a ton of credit.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Remax family has been absolutely amazing to me through this entire process. Before I went in for my surgeries, Dave Liniger and Adam Contos sent me a video wishing me good luck, a bomb video. And then after my surgeries, Tabitha Wewell, who's in Northeast Ohio, who's one of my Remax girlfriends, she came down to take care of me and help me out around my house after the hurricane. So she got here and my house still didn't even have power. So I have friends throughout the network that, have been just absolutely amazing. My agents have been amazing, and just the outpouring of love through the Remax family. And I'm even going to say the Keller Williams family has spread some love there too. So it's not just specifically Remax. And it's not, because I also and this happened about 10 days ago. I met a girl via Facebook, Andrea Webb, who needed a kidney transplant. She had been searching for a living kidney donor, and Jenny Swain, a Keller Williams agent that had never met her, donated her a kidney. So, we're two large organizations between Remax and Keller Williams, and just to see the love and the support from all of the real estate community helping each other out and sharing the importance of organ donation, it just makes my heart smile.
Yeah, and speaking of Tabitha and
Yeah.
and they had Barbie Kynse at R4 last year.
They did. They took broker Barbie.
Post for a photo with her. Yeah, you were not there, but you were everywhere.
I was. I heard that I went clubbing. I went out to dinner with my R4 party posse.
I think the 40th or 50th floor or whatever building we were in overlooking Las Vegas, and you were right there with us.
Yeah, and then I went, Tabitha took me on a helicopter ride over the Hoover Dam. I was found on the strip dancing on a bar. Like, Broker Barbie was everywhere this year, and I'm really, I won't know until the 23rd if I get to go or not, just because I have a virus right now that could possibly, if left untreated, affect my kidney, but I've had a lot of medication changes, and I am hoping I get great news on the 23rd, and I will be able to make it. I have a plane ticket, and I have a room. I haven't gotten my registration yet, because that's the only thing that's non-refundable, but I am hoping to make it for at least 48 hours.
That would be awesome.
Right.
Unfortunately will not be there, but I hope you have fun. Maybe I'll send you out Barbie or something.
Oh my gosh, that would be so cute. Oh my god, I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
But speaking of that, I mean, like again, post-transplant,
Yes.
the things that kind of change in your life. I know recently you were posting some photos because your son was sick.
Yes.
But then because of that, you have to wear a surgical mask and that sort of thing. So really just, it changes, I guess, how you have to approach just life every day. You've got to be pretty careful as far as contracting illnesses and that sort of thing. So how does that sort of impact your day-to-day when you're working with a lot of different agents coming in and out of the office and clients, and it's just got, to me, I can't wrap my head around how you make that work.
Well, you're gonna laugh. So if you were to take a loop around my office, we have automatic hand sanitizer stations on the walls. So we have them by the front door, by the conference rooms, so by our restrooms. So every time you enter or leave a certain room, we ask that you hand sanitize. Our agents also don't come into the office when they're sick. And if anyone coughs or sneezes while they're here, they also get a surgical mask. We keep a box of them here at the office. And we are very, very conscious about spreading any sort of germs and disinfecting, just because the medications I'm on suppress my immune system. So I'm more likely to catch a cold if someone sneezes across the street than the average human being. So with my son being sick the past week, gloves, masks, lots of showers. I shower with antibacterial soap, the same soap that they use in the hospital before you go into surgery, because it's a germ barrier. And I pretty much use that every day. And so, it's really just being, if someone touches you, when you go to pay for something with your credit card, when you touch door handles, to make sure that you wash your hands a lot, you use a lot of hand sanitizer, and you keep your germs at home is one of the main the main things. Is I see people and business owners that will not allow their employees to stay home when they're sick, and they're risking other people's health. So it's, I said the other day, I said, well, it's about time to start homeschooling my child, because, he's been sick now for a week, and people send their kids to school sick. People go to work sick, and it's just, there's this big nasty flu outbreak right now, and if people were to just stay home, or if they go in public, wear a mask over their face so they're not spreading their funk with the entire world. You just have to be conscious and keep in mind that there are other people out there that if they get sick, it's a lot more than a cough or a cold. Because if I were to get the flu, that would probably be a 4 to 5 day hospital stay for me.
Yeah, and that's a good point. I think, as you mentioned, it does start a lot with employers. Employers kind of having the grace to allow their employees to be at home when they're sick.
Right.
The technology allows them hopefully to work from home depending on what kind of job that they have.
Right.
But yeah, if adults are forced to go to work when they're sick, they're also forced to go to work when their children are sick, so where do the children go?
Correct.
So it's just it's a cascade kind of effect from there. So it's just more awareness.
Yep.
And just letting people know, like, you know, what kind of other people and how you affect other people
right.
on a daily basis, right? So speaking of that, as far as awareness goes, what kind of things have you been sort of involved with working on as far as raising awareness? You got the websites down below, donatelife.net in the United States,
yep.
and beadonor.ca for here in Canada.
Correct.
On an organ donor, you can register there. A lot of state or provincial bodies will allow you to fill at the back of your driver's license, and you can do some stuff as easy as doing stuff like that. So those are the sort of everyday kind of things. But what sort of stuff or events have you kind of been a part of to promote this idea of organ donation or becoming an organ donor?
We have so much going on that it's seriously going to blow your mind. So we just filed for our 501c3, which is a charitable foundation. It's called Don't Bury Good Organs. We have the domain don'tburygoodorgans.com, so our website is coming soon. We are going to be doing 3 to 4 very large fundraisers per year to raise awareness for organ donation and also to educate the public on the importance of being an organ donor. We, and when I say we, I'll have to get to that also because my organ donors family is a huge part of my life. We have actually an event going on today, and I'm going to reach down here real quick. So, and I'm going to walk this up here so everybody can see. This is my organ donor Eli, and today, on Valentine's Day, today would have been his 16th birthday. He passed away 2 days before my transplants. So what we're doing is we are spreading love and joy. You will probably be getting one of these in the mail today, Tony. So that's pretty awesome.
I look forward to it.
Yes.
I don't know if you can see it there. I just put up a photo that you put up yesterday with Eli's mom and sister. So it's up looking there.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Awesome. Yeah. So.
And how does that go? I mean, I know. I don't know if it's common for transplant recipients to meet the family of the people, but I know you did, and you made a point of meeting them, and Lincoln knows them as well.
Yes.
So how is that relationship with them? I mean, if they've got to be just ecstatic to see that, you know, this sort of tragic event for them has turned into an amazing thing for you and for your family. So what's that relationship like, and how do you stay in touch with them, and how involved are they in the foundation and everything else that you're doing?
They are 100% involved in everything I do. We talk to each other daily, every other day, at least once a week. We found each other a little bit differently than most donor families and donor recipients. We didn't really follow all the proper protocol, but we ended up finding each other on Facebook. Very, very.
The fact that you didn't follow the rules does not surprise me.
I'm not very good at following the rules, and either is Eli's family. So we're all cool with that. But so we have an amazing relationship. Every moment that I get to spend with them, I enjoy. They are my family. They're there for me if I need them. I'm there for them, anything they could possibly need. So today I'm gonna go into our little random acts of kindness, and these can also be found if you wanted to print them out if you didn't receive any. But anyone can stop by my office and pick them up. We also have there are 5,000 of these floating around today, and we want them to continue spreading acts of kindness. So I'm going to read you the card. It says, you're receiving this random act of kindness in memory of Elijah Angelus Mayhew, who would have turned 16 this Valentine's Day 2018. Eli had a big heart and was always willing and wanting to help others. In his passing, he donated 6 organs, saving 6 lives. His big heart and loving ways will continue to touch others as we share random acts of kindness in his memory. You can be a part of this by posting the gift you received on his Facebook page, Eli, hashtag 6 is greater than 21, or use the hashtag 6 is greater than 21 on your social media posts so we can all see how far Eli's random acts have reached. So as I know, I get very, very emotional. But I've already seen probably 50 acts of kindness that have been spread. And I know within downtown Fort Myers today, there are several restaurants, several bars that are paying it forward. They're giving free drinks, free appetizers, along with this card. And our hopes is that it just continues on and on and on, and that this card, you know, we've had 5,000 of them out there. If one card gets shared 10 times, that's 50,000 people that this could reach. So I actually, yesterday when I was, you know, stalking Gary Vaynerchuk, because Gary V is like one of my favorites. So I found that he was in Tampa yesterday, and asked him if he was an organ donor. He said yes. He said, you know, he's not going to use it when he's dead, so he might as well pay that act forward. Anything that he could do to ever help anyone, he's willing to. And he got one of these cards, so I'm hoping that Gary is going to share this if he hasn't already. I saw from my phone that he posted something here a little bit ago. But so what we're doing today, today's Valentine's Day. Thank you for the roses, Tony. You're amazing. Today would have been Eli's 16th birthday. Today is National Organ Donor Day. Today is National Hurt Day. Today is the first day of Lent, which is also Ash Wednesday. So there are so many amazing things that you can share with others and give random acts of kindness throughout the day. And you can post them on that Facebook page or on Instagram with the hashtag 6 is greater than 21. And go, you know, and I just hope that it just keeps spreading and spreading and spreading. The more love, the better, and more happiness.
Well, of course, and I think that's, I mean, what you're essentially illustrating is the power of, like, instead of paying it forward,
right,
but magnified by the use of things like social media to kind of just keep it going.
Absolutely.
I think it's incredible how far one person can reach now compared to, you know, even 5 years ago or 10 years ago, and the impact you can have. That your one photo just went viral, more as a funny tongue in cheek, but then you use the opportunity to promote something pretty serious. Right?
Yeah, I did, and you know, and that photo was translated into, I think they said 206 different languages.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. With life like that, we probably traveled around the world.
Absolutely, and even the hateful comments, I'm like, you know what? I got him interested. You know, I don't really give a fuck what someone has to say about me, but I got him interested, and that's all that matters.
You're never going to escape the trolls online. They're always there, but as long as they stay under the bridge, we're good. So I'm not too worried. But
right.
No, it was an amazing. It was. I mean, when I saw it, I laughed my ass off. But
right.
I don't know you super well, but I know you well enough that I know your attitude, and I follow you along on Instagram and that sort of thing. So I kind of get a sense of who you are. And when I saw that, it was like, well, of course you would do something like that.
Right.
I wasn't surprised, but I did laugh, and I wasn't surprised that it caught on the way it did. And just the fact, like I said, it took something like that and made it. That was, you know, it was a joyful thing. It was a funny, tongue-in-cheek thing, even in the face of, you know, the aftermath of the hurricane. But then to make it even more positive by making a platform to kind of speak about the fact that you're a recipient and an organ donation and that sort of thing is just incredible. So I mean, that's amazing. So basically, I think we kind of covered everything we wanted to talk about today.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of questions popping up, which means I think that just means that we explained everything really well.
Absolutely.
So everybody understands what's going on. I am going to be talking, I think I mentioned to you before, so I think next week I have a friend, again through our Remax network, through Lee Brown, I made friends with Dr. Gloria Elliott, who works at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte, and she actually works in a research field that's looking to make organ transplants a lot easier, a lot less expensive. So what she's doing is actually, you know how you have to wait, and there's that limited window that we talked about that once a heart becomes available, you can only use it within 5 hours.
Right.
She's looking at eliminating that completely, and making it so that getting an organ transplant would be almost like going to the grocery store, where you can just kind of walk into a hospital and they're just there waiting for you when you need them, and people who need them. Because right now, I think the estimates are there's something like 120,000 people just in the United States alone who are waiting for organ transplants.
Yeah, right.
And then globally, it's a much larger issue as well, and especially in countries where healthcare isn't quite as advanced as it is. And even when you look at things like the military, then military service people who get injured, whether they lose a limb or they require other types of surgery. So she's looking at a broader effort, and we'll be talking to her next week, so I hope you tune in for that.
No, I will. Absolutely.
And anything else you want to kind of highlight before we kind of call it quits for the day? Or aside from the fact that you're awesome and it's sunny in Florida and my car is encased in ice here in Canada and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, no, it's...
Look up the front door of my brokerage and see palm trees. I can't do that.
I'm looking through my front conference room right now, out the front windows. It's sunny, there's palm trees, it's beautiful. But what I was going to follow up with your last comment is, on average, 21 people pass away every single day while waiting for an organ transplant.
Yep.
And yeah,
there's a dire need for it, for sure.
Dire need. If you and if you're a healthy individual, you can donate a portion of your liver and or a kidney and be a living donor. You only need one kidney to stay alive and to stay very healthy and alive. I have 3 kidneys. We kind of joke. Yeah, we joke about that, but I only have 1 kidney that works. So, and you only need 1 kidney to live. And if you were to donate a portion of your liver's an organ that will regenerate itself after you donate. So, not just making sure that you're an organ donor on your driver's license, making sure that your family knows your wishes, so that if you do pass away, your family knows that you want to donate your organs. And it's very, very important, because you could save up to 8 lives by donating when you pass away. And that's not even including, you can also donate skin, corneas, bone marrow, tendons. So they're now doing transplants. So where someone tore their Achilles tendon, they'll now take a donor tendon and replace that tendon through organ donation. So there are so many things, just so many ways that organ donation can help people live a longer life. And the myths about organ donation, if you have any questions about them, call me, text me, email me, Facebook me, Instagram me, and I'll, it's not, the doctors will not let you die if you're an organ donor. You're very, very...
That's one of probably the most common myths.
It is.
If they know I'm a donor, that they're not going to work as hard to save my life, kind of thing. And that's a complete myth.
It's a complete myth. And my organ donor's mother just shared on her Facebook about how well they took care of Eli when he passed. Every single time that they went into the room to give him medication, to change an IV, they treated him exactly like he was going to walk out of that hospital tomorrow. Up until the time that they took him back to retrieve his organs to save others' lives, they were kept in the loop the entire time. They actually got an extra day to spend with him, saying their goodbyes, while he was going through the testing to make sure that his organs were going to be viable for transplant. So anything that you've heard about the doctors wanting to kill you to get the organs, the same doctors that do organ transplants are not the same doctors that are taking care of you while you're in the hospital. The nurses don't know if you're going to be donating organs or if you're not going to be. So there's just so much that people don't understand, and I am more than happy to answer anybody's questions.
No, and we appreciate that. You can reach Kynse, you can follow her on Instagram at Kynse Leadtree.
Yep.
So you can check her out there. She's on Twitter, she's on Facebook, of course. You can
Yeah.
check her out there with Remax Dream in Fort Myers,
Yep.
Florida. So if you're looking to move to Florida, that's not a bad place to be.
It's a wonderful place to be.
We'll move you to Naples, no problem. She loves Naples.
Absolutely.
So Sue Benson will take you there. Thank you. But no, I appreciate you taking the time today.
No, thank you.
We've been here for a while. Yeah, we'll talk to you again at some point.
Perfect.
Just to check in with you and see how things are going with you and with the
Thank you.
foundation and just moving organ donation in general. But yeah, well, unfortunately, like I said, I can't see you at our board if you make it, but if the cold keeps up here, I may just buy a plane ticket and just show up at your brokerage.
That is, you know what, that's fine. I'll give you a place to sleep. I'll give you a job. You can lay by the pool. Anything you need. And yeah, and you know, I keep seeing all these posts about these like beautiful like summer cottages like on lakes in Canada. And yeah, so I think that that's a trip that I should take in my near future as well.
Up here, I'm not exaggerating at all. Up here, about 2.5 hours north of where I am, you get it into Muskoka, you get before the lakes, and all the Hollywood movie stars buy cottages there, just so you know.
Ah, perfect.
They do.
I like it.
Goldie Hawn has been there for like 30 years.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
So there you go. So I'll look you up. I know lots of people up there.
Awesome.
I have some awesome Remax people that can help you out. And yeah, we'll party. We'll talk parties and everything.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I want to come. I'm excited.
We're all set. Okay,
perfect.
Thank you, Kynse. I'll let you get back to the rest of your day.
Perfect. Thank you.
I appreciate you coming in. You're awesome. You're amazing. You're beautiful.
Oh.
So we'll talk soon.
Perfect.
You and Lincoln are just awesome. And that's it. I'm just going to repeat myself a million times to keep talking. So I'll let you go for now. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
So there you have it. That was my friend Kynse Lee from Remax Dream in Fort Myers, Florida. She received her double organ transplant a little over a year ago. And I remember roughly at this time, a few weeks from now, we were at R4 in Las Vegas. And she was in recovery, so we wish her the best. She's obviously doing awesome. She's an awesome human being, working away at Remax there in Fort Myers, Florida. And as I mentioned, roughly this time next week, we'll be here with my friend, hopefully, Dr. Gloria Elliott from the University of North Carolina in Charlotte. And Dr. Elliott works on organ transplants, but she's working on the science behind it, trying to make it a lot easier. You're going to have it a lot less expensive.
I need help.
Or if you're storing tissues for long-term storage, they use it with nitrogen.
And I think that one turned off. But that's okay, I can share the other ones. And I think
so
this one.
Dried organs and be able to go to a hospital one day, and if you need a kidney or heart or anything like that, we'll basically just be able to pull it off the